at their lives and things they were doing and their careers and stuff. So it was just all that, and then just growing up and maturing myself, as an artist and as a lady, and just trying to get my own thing together and my own act together, and because the singing was always there, it was always a part of me. So everything around it, I had to try and get that right. And I think now I've done that.
So how did you overcome that situation in London? What changed?
Back and forth to Ghana, in and out of Ghana and the UK. And like I said, I did a little bit of schooling over there as well, just just for my own peace of mind and stuff like that.
Right.
And again, trying to find a good team. And then I had 2 babies. I got married. I had 2 babies.
That's cute.
And what else? Just the time wasn't right, I think. But now the time is right now.
So let's say that a couple of years ago, I heard you doing a lot of work with Kojo Tree and all that jazz, and then there was a hiatus. So that hiatus was when your manager passed, and you really had to step up and say.
Excuse me. He actually passed before the duets with Kojo Tree.
Right.
But before he passed away, we did a few shows together with Kojo, live performances.
Exactly.
And then when he passed away, we did the duets, and then we did another duet and another duet, and then somewhere in between there, there was supposed to be an album coming out.
Yes.
And things, just kept happening, and things getting in the way, and most of it, of course, was from my side, because like I said, it's a tough business to be in, and when you don't have the right people around you, it doesn't help. And when you're not ready as an artist yourself, that doesn't help either. And I think I needed the gap in the space as much as. I've been away from the game for too long, and it was way too long. But I think I needed to do that.
You needed to do that to grow up, and also
and find myself,
and get the experience.
Yes, ma'am. And so I think I needed that to happen, and for me to be here, and it's molded me.
God has a plan, He sure does. He sure does have a plan, and I know that in that plan something is actually brewing, and so it would bring me, to my next question. That now you've gone through that whole experience, you've grown up quite a bit. You have a family now, and now you think that you have a new family to start your music production. So what is it that you're doing now? For your music career?
Now I have the best team ever on my side. They believe in me, and they're supporting me 100%, and they're like my backbone. Like my manager, Emily Manavi Everett, she just makes it all happen. And I already do. He's the best PR person, and they're not just managers. She's my cousin as well. And it's a family.
Yeah, so she looks.
She looks
your welfare is very much of a concern to her.
You need good people around, and they really keep me grounded. And if I ever go
they keep you back on track. Okay, so I hear you're working on a new track now.
I have a second single coming out. It's called Handkerchief.
Okay, let's hear a little bit of Handkerchief, and then we'll probably catch up from all of that and see how we can make that happen. Let me see if I can find Handkerchief for you in a bit. Basically how you got in touch with the likes of Sonny Badu and to do all that backing.
I
met
and all Sonny in London at Kwame Rush Studio, my producer, and he was a big fan of mine, and he wanted to do something with me. So Kwame got me in the studio, and we recorded Baba African medley. I think I recorded 6 or 7 songs on the album. But Baba, I think, is the
it's the one everybody knows.
And again, not many people know that, but that was me. So
a lot of people don't even link it to Nanaya because a lot of people don't know that you actually play that track.
So I always try to mention people, when we talk about.
But when you hear yourself on tracks like Baba and several other, award-winning tracks. From other musicians that you also, added your voice to, how does it make you feel?
Happy. Yeah, because the feedback I get from my fans and just people everywhere all over the world, it's just, I can't explain it. It's just it just keeps me humble and just grateful for my voice, and it just makes me want to do more and want to get better and get better and better and do more and just.
And let me just step on the other side. When people don't realize that you're an Anaya, and people don't realize that you are the amazing voice, and you get it, and you get into a place, and people would just look at you, and then you start belting out that amazing voice. How is the transition like?
Sometimes it's funny because that has happened to me for like I can't even count how many times that's happened. Because I'm so small and tiny.
Exactly.
And we small people tend to
overlook us all the time. I get that all the time. That's why I asked you that.
And so, and even when I started with John Kay, it was the same. We'd go to a function, and they'd be like, "Yeah, she's singing. Give her the mic." And
you'd be like,
Thank you. And he always has that smirk on his face, like, you see. And then I grab the mic, and they're like, like a double take.
Yeah, it's a double take. Yeah.
And after the performance, they're like, how can such a small thing come out with such a voice? And then like, you were saying.
Yeah.
But that's the funny part about it. And then like I said, at the same time, it just makes me really humble.
Yeah.
And the compliments I get from people, I mean, it's just sometimes just talking about it just makes my eye tear.
I know.
Able to handle this because sometimes it feels like it's bigger than me.
I tell you,
going to
God
be bigger.
Will never give
but he
you
doesn't.
anything that he knows you can't handle.
That's what I always,
so you can handle it.
So I say,
you just have to know and pray about it.
And just.
Yeah. You're also thinking about all these years that you've done music, and sometimes does it just occur to you that okay, I'm comfortable here, so I'm gonna stay here for a while? Does it get to your head? Do you get like, oh, I can do this? I don't need to worry about rehearsals. How do you train yourself, and how do you keep yourself in the game?
I think with everything I've been through in life, and just like I said, having the right people around me. That doesn't really happen. My only thing I have right now at the moment is my this is very I'm sure you'll be familiar with this one, is my time management.
Right.
Because now I have two babies, key. So it's even worse, because they don't let me sleep, but it's not an excuse for me to not be on time and do things when I need to do it.
Right.
Procrastination, that's always been one of my biggest
thief of time.
My biggest issue. But apart from that, I don't think I've ever, maybe they will see, but I don't think I've ever allowed myself to let it, get into my head. Maybe I haven't gotten to that point yet, but I'm hoping I don't get to that point because it's not a, it tend to worry us a lot as artists, when that happens.
For a lot of people,
so I hope that don't happen to me.
Singing is their hobby, but you're a professional. So what do you do when you're not singing?
Probably cooking.
Cooking? What do you like to cook?
Writing, everything. I like to experiment with food, both local and...
then you need to get us to visit you one time when you can show us what you're cooking. What's your favorite meal to cook?
Oh, gosh. I like making stir fry. It's quick and fast. I like making okra soup, okra stew. I like making banku and ademe, the soup, the one they use for tozafi, palm oil, or just soup.
How did you learn to do all of that? Or you just...
When I was a kid, the thing is, I've always loved cooking. When I was a kid, you'd catch me, if I'm not singing, I'm cutting flowers and chopping them with blade and pretending to cook, outside and stuff. So it was more of that than chobi, doll. Most girls, they like doll and doing the hair. Mine was always cooking or singing.
Yeah. And what about, I see you have a very interesting sense of fashion. I like the fact that you threw in a lot of African here and there. Where'd you get all of that from?
Well, I'm African, so we're trying to represent Africa. And it's all about the brand, and we, you have to stand out. You have to be different from everybody else. And again, the team, they understand me. They know what I like, and we all have the same mindset, and we're trying to take Africa or Ghana to the world, and we have to look the part.
All right. So, let me just play you one Anaya track for a second, and then we'll come back to this chat.
On the album, which was great. So we're cool, but that part of my life, it's I've left it there, and I'm moving.
You've moved.
We
can only go forward. We can't go back and take.
I'm planning, and we're hoping to do some more songs together. I'm hoping he'll do some stuff on my album as well, and hopefully do a tour together with him.
It's always been a dream. That would definitely be fantastic. But how did it feel like working together with your dad?
It's fun working with him in the studio. I mean, I worked with him when he was with the record company. What were they called? Megastar. When he was with Megastar in 2000, I think, and he came to London, and I did some of the tracks on his album, and it wasn't released for some reason. But yeah, it was great. And then we met for this album that he was doing with the Questionable Area Band, and we're the same.
Yeah.
It's funny when he's standing there, and sometimes we do things together without
thinking about it.
like
It's genetic.
And even we both went like, oh, what?
Yeah, it's genetic.
It was fun. It was always
genetic.
fun to be in the studio.
That's super. I'm glad that the two of you have found each other again, and you're trying to do stuff together. It's the beauty of family, and I think I hope and pray that goes on for a while. What about your mom?
My mom is in London still. I'm hoping to have her, on the album too, or tour in the future, because she still has the voice, but she hasn't been singing for years. She just quit. But my dad, he's still going on, and then I'm following their footsteps. So hopefully in a few years, when she's here in Ghana, we can.
Is there a possibility that mom and dad and daughter could come together and make at least a track?
I really want that.
Maybe it's something that you should work on for 2016. Yeah. Just make sure that the three of you are in the studio for an hour one day, and then you probably steal the opportunity.
And maybe a show as well. Like a performance as well.
Yeah, a performance as well. When's your birthday, Nanaya?
December.
Okay, we'll have to wait till December, but all the same. When is your dad's birthday?
My dad is August 24th.
Okay, we could probably try cooking up a surprise for August 24th.
And my mom is 26th of February.
Oh, February, August, and December. Christ have mercy. Okay, we will try and meet in the middle. Let's say around about July. Yeah. Let's organize a family reunion and see if we can have the three of you on stage. Maybe great. Yeah, maybe it'd be great. Okay, let's hear something else from Nanaya for a hot minute. It go be.
Baby, run. I'm out for the best as you day progress. Oh, they no one make you do well. Just look them in the eye and say, shame, 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 shame on you. Oh, 'cause it gonna be, yes.
It definitely go be, girl. It go be.
He gon' be on. He gon' be as he say you the suffer.
So tell me, what inspired this song?
Well, everybody goes through some sort of a struggle at one point in their lives. And first of all, the word ego be is something we tend to use a lot in Ghana. We use it in Tree and Ghana.
English, Ghana,
exactly.
whatever.
But I liked the pidgin version of it. And every time, myself and my cousins, my friends, my mom, would talk about our issues, and somehow at the end of the conversation, when we're speaking Ghana, we end with Ibahi. When we're speaking broken English with my friends, Igo B, Tree, Ebeye, and I was just trying to find I was trying to write an inspirational song, a song that would give people hope. And so I talked about my own experience, my family members, loss of a family member, or my friend, whatever she was going through, and just, I tapped on issues that people go through in their day-to-day lives, and that's what I wrote about. And I just, like I said, I wanted to give people hope, and I think
it's an amazing song. It's an amazing song. I think you really did succeed in making it happen. And I realized also that you speak a lot of Ghana and you sang a lot of Ghana. Where did that come from? I thought Nanaya would speak Ashanti.
Growing up at home, we spoke mostly in Tree, in Ghana and English.
Oh, really?
A lot, yeah. We spoke Tree only when my dad came around, or when we were around my granddad. My granddad was Fanti, so we'd speak Fanti with him. He's half American and Fanti, but he spoke a lot of Fanti, around us, so that was good. But at home with my mom and my aunties, we spoke Ghana.
Okay, so that's why.
And I was born in Accra.
So that's where the Ghana came from. So let's talk a little bit about
And then the Ewa is from my mom's side.
It's funny.
When I was young, before I went to Liberia, I used to speak Ewa properly. But now as soon as I went to Liberia, because I didn't have people that speak it with, so I completely lost it. But my stepmom, she had she was a Ghanaian, so she had lots of Ghanaian friends coming over, and they would speak Ga and Tree, so that helped as well with
so you didn't have to forget that one.
Yeah, I didn't forget that one. Yeah.
But
the Ewe, I just lost it completely.
Oh gosh, you got to get it back. You have to hang around with people, and then I'm sure you will get it back. So tell me also about what you think about the music scene now. Any particular female artists you would look forward to record a song with?
Oh yeah, I have a few. Riel is probably number one. Ophie, she's bad. She's
I know.
The baddest. Ophie is also there. I did few BVs for her on her album, which was great. Hopefully Irene, Ifia. I mean, there's just so many to choose from now. You know, when I started, there weren't that many.
Exactly. I think you were the only female,
as far as I knew,
apart from Princess Act back in the day, because you were the only two that I knew.
Yeah. So I think, but you know, there's so many of them. They're all doing so well. It would be fun to do something together.
It was very fun to do something together with them.
I'm proud of them,
Yes. And basically, you realize that, yes, a lot of the Ghanaian female artists like to keep away from trouble, but you don't hear that many collabos.
Yeah, from the female.
Yes, in as much as the guys would do a lot of collabos. Yeah. I probably won't know the reason why, but maybe you probably want to break that.
I don't know, because I would love to do some collaborations with them. I'm even worried now because on my album there's going to be loads of male collaborations. So we're now like
you probably have to.
The team talking about
pulling one or two
females on
there,
so it doesn't be too much of the guys. So, but on the handkerchief we have Samini on there.
Oh wow!
So
okay, that's
nice.
Very nice.
So this is a little teaser. So we'll bring you the full thing.
And when is the full handkerchief track
the
and
single?
The
single we're hoping to. I think February. It's going to be a February present. Yeah.
Okay, so you
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, we heard it for the first time right here, and we will play it to end the show. Yeah. But even before you go, I would like for you to send a nice little message to Ghanaian female artists and the young females who also want to go into the industry. So 2 messages.
Okay, 2 messages.
Yes.
Wow. Be you. BU was the second one.
Drum roll, please.
And just stay true to yourself, really.
Right.
And never give up.
Never give up. Be you, stay true to yourself, and never give up.
Right?
So 3, No, it's 3 things, and I think we'll probably also share the same with the young female artists who want to enter into the industry.
Yeah, of course. Just originality is always my thing. It really pays. It pays to be yourself and not try to be anyone else. So again, even if you look up to the person, it's fine, but always be yourself and just use what God gave you, because you have to know that you're special in your own way, and we're all different, and so you have to just remain true to yourself and
be who
love
you
love your idol or your whoever the artist is that you look up to. There's nothing wrong with it. You can try to just look up to them and everything, but just remember, when you're doing you have to do you. Don't try to do what they're doing.
Don't get it
twisted. That's why they're who they are. So you have to now do you and be where they are and where you want to be.
And be happy with what you are.
If that makes any sense.
So anyway, about the concert tomorrow, let's try to draw people in. Let's draw people in.
So it's going to be bad. I mean, for those who missed out for the Republic one, this is your second chance to make it, and it was a blast. I mean, I was genuinely shocked and happy at the same time.
And this time, I hope that you don't lose songs.
Oh yeah, we're prepared this time around.
That's right.
If they want to know
so it's 9 p.m.
So it's 9 p.m. at Plus 233, and it has Ogo GMA from Gabon, and Mariah from GH, Mariah Mason, and we have Nico from Liberia, and then Tabia Music, and she's also from GH. And I mean, the voice, Nico, he's I mean, you should hear his voice. My goodness, he's bad.
Oh well,
I mean, you have to be there. Guys, you got to come, okay? For those of you who missed out, this is your second chance. Plus 233, 9 p.m. prompt.
And what's the kick at the gate?
It's 30 Ghana
cedis at the gate.
30. So it's pretty cool, isn't it?
Okay, it is. We can work with it.
So if you want to be a part of this and you want to see me again, or if you missed out at the Republic, you have to be there this time around.
We definitely want to
be there. And I'm going to give you some of your favorites from Kojo Entry, favorites from my dad, Patamas, favorites from Adele Osibisa. I mean, just all over the world. Yeah,
you're not going to be there
South Africa. I'm hoping so.
Okay, I saw him yesterday.
Someone told me, you said he was here yesterday, yeah. So if he comes, we'll probably do a duet.
That would be nice. That would be nice. But what I'm looking forward to is that, that family single that you guys are doing. And we slated it for July, right? So we're working on it mid-year, right?
Yep.
Okay, so we're looking forward to get you, your mom, and your dad on stage. Well, apple doesn't fall far from the apple tree, and this apple is really heading up for the best. So we look forward to tomorrow.
Thank you.
And I look forward also to hearing about the